In a sense, I'm kind of the barbecue powder in the American political system.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe slightly unhealthy, but somewhat piquant.
Do you want to make up sentences about Albany based on proverbs in this book?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Would you be
mean like, oh, sure.
Well, for instance, a proverb. Now I feel like I'm quoting scripture. A proverb was, "At night, all milk turns black."
Oh, no, at night all milk is black.
Yeah, at night, all milk is black.
Yeah.
So I would say to you, in Albany, what changes color at night?
Let me think. The state capitol building.
Definitely.
The only thing I know in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at night, maybe the river gets louder. That's sort of true, actually. At night in Albany, the river grows louder. I don't know if that quite works as a proverb. But
it's true, and proverbs are true, so that's...
Yeah, proverbs are true because they sound true.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory of proverbs, as I understand it from having written. I calculated that I wrote 100,000 of them.
Another proverb that I particularly enjoyed was, "A cow won't buy milk." I ask you, Sparrow, what won't you buy in Albany?
Oh my God. I don't buy anything.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm very, what's the word, non-acquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly won't buy a postcard. I mean, that's what comes to mind. A postcard is the answer that I think of. I mean, I feel very strongly about not buying postcards.
Well, when you're president, what legislation will you pass against postcards?
It's a problem. Like, you're running for president, and then you think, do I want to ban postcards? I'm not a fucking dictator,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm for the freedom of everyone.
Sure.
I don't want to dictate, but it's a personal thing for me.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just very stingy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a cheap Jew. I happen to be a cheap Jew. Not every Jew is cheap. Nowadays, very few Jews are cheap. This is a governor. Amazing how much he would spend an hour. I mean, I was thinking this is really good for the Jews.
Yeah.
This is completely, this is the end of the Jewish stereotype of stingy Jews,
What was the last thing you've refused that was free?
The last thing that, I mean, maybe I was just at Troy Night Out in Troy, New York. I went to the art galleries, and, I didn't eat every piece of food that was on the, every...
Buffet.
Yes, every art buffet.
Yeah.
But I can't remember anything I, per se, refused. I had my doubts about this salsa dip, but then I did end up eating it. Food is excellent there. Troy has like the best food that I've seen in the art world. Carrots, little broccolis, cheese that's like dusted, like cubes of cheese that are dusted with some kind of barbecue powder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this stuff even really exists.
I love condiments, but I think I would be mistrustful of barbecue powder.
I know. I think barbecue powder is an abomination.
Where does that come from? Is that like dried, like chicken skin ground up? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if barbecue powder is the right word for it, but that's what.
I think that's a great two-word slogan. You were talking yesterday about frozen diaper.
Yeah, frozen.
Vote for Sparrow. Barbecue powder.
Yeah, barbecue powder does seem like, in a sense, kind of close.
Kind of incendiary, like.
Yeah, it's kind of the heart.
It's like, I'm pissed off, and you've made me bring barbecue powder to your party.
Or like, in a sense, I'm kind of the barbecue powder in the American political system.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe slightly unhealthy, but somewhat piquant.
Mm-hmm.
Offering a certain taste delight. Because this is, I think, why people are appealed to by my political campaigns. I'm completely for Obama. Like, I'm 150% for Obama. I love everything about Obama. Mm-hmm. But, the sad fact is, I've noticed, this year, I'm running for president, people seem excited about my campaign. Mm-hmm. I seem excited about my campaign. But, and it's my 5th campaign. But, the point is, why? I think it's because here's Obama, a really good guy. He seems like he's for everything, all right, he's not going to absolutely, truly change world capitalism, but that's not his job. His job is to be some kind of, buoyant figurehead to make everyone feel that the fucking collapse of our civilization could be at least somewhat
Put off
dignified.
a little longer. Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, even with that, it's so limited what these dudes can say.
Mm-hmm.
Their like vocabulary range. The political vocabulary in America is so,
It doesn't include barbecue
weak.
powder. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't picture, even Mike Huckabee, who's probably the best of them culturally. Getting up and saying, "Hey, barbecue powder."
Actually, another thing that I really I like about your campaign, and you've kind of been reinforcing it in small talks we've had, is it's a sort of like step back and looking at something with more perspective and being a bit cynical about it. And you have one line in here where you say, "I relish the slowness of my life," and I think what your campaign should bring about to everyone is they need to learn to relish the slowness of their lives.
Yeah, except there is no slowness in their lives. I mean, in America, I'm probably my most important essay is about taking baths.
On bathifying.
Yeah, bathifying. That's in there.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I discovered I think there's no word for taking baths. That's how impoverished the American language is, also the English language. That there isn't a separate word for specifically taking a nice slow bath.
Mm-hmm.
And
right, because there's 17 or 100 different ways you can take a bath. And,
yeah.
and all we have is take a bath. I mean, we need...
Yeah, but I mean, we don't even have a word.
Right.
Like, that's not a word, that's
right.
a phrase.
Yeah, right.
Take a bath. You could say bathe.
Bathing.
But bathing refers
that's like
to...
half of one of 100 ways.
Yeah,
and
but
it
bathing
doesn't give you any vivid image.
Well, bathing also includes showering. It can, or at least archaically, refer to swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not...
Really being immersed in anything. You can bathe in the sun.
Yeah, that's right. Bathe in praise,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think.
Right.
But anyway, so I thought there's got to be a word, specifically the word for taking a bath would be bathifying. But the thing is, Americans, they don't have the fucking patience to take a bath, and they're disgusted by their own bodies, Like, I don't know if you have conversations with people, regular, real people about bathing, bathifying. But anyway, they always... Should we stop talking?
Oh, no, we'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They always say to me, "Oh, you like to sit in your own filth, do
Yeah.
you?" Because you'll fart in the bathtub,
Yeah.
let's say. Or there's a little tiny particles of shit in your inside your asshole that like somehow migrate out. People can't handle that in America. God forbid you should be anywhere near your own dirt. It's just got to come cascading off of you in like 3 minutes or less while you're listening to some fucking shower radio.
Yeah. Do you have a shower radio?
My parents have a shower radio.
Oh, wow.
My sister don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
My sister gave my parents a shower radio.
Well, yesterday you announced to the world that you had invented the word schnocking. And we were talking before just about how you also invented the word bathify or bathifying.
Oh, yeah.
What's the next word that you'll invent?
The next word? Yeah, it's hard. I think it's going to start with something like triggle, triggle, maybe triggle. Triggle, T-R-I-G-G-L-E is how I see it. Triggle. What it means, I don't quite know yet. Triggle. It could be like, it could have something to do with climbing on a wall.
I'm getting an image of a frog also.